Hi everybody, I'm Dave Moses. I want to thank you for joining me for a special episode of A Writer's Guide to Reading Minds. This episode is unique insofar as it's divided into two parts. The first part is what is essentially an imagination exercise. And what's unique about it is if you want to, you can play along at home. You might even amaze yourselves. Try it and see. If you want to, leave a comment below. The other half is for those of you who tune in for the mind-bending magic. I think if you stick around to the end, you'll see something that's fun and amazing. Speaking of which, if you press that like and subscribe button, we've got a lot more fun and amazing episodes in the hopper, and I look forward to seeing you then. Hi everybody, I'm Dave Moses, and welcome to another episode of A Writer's Guide to Reading Minds. Hello, and hello to you.
Hello.
With me today is a very special guest, a writer and producer, most recently the writer and producer of a Hallmark series, When Hope Calls. And I'm hoping it's going to call today. Anyways, it's Sara Snow, ladies and gentlemen. Sara, so great to have you here today.
Well, I'm very happy to be here.
Now, Sara and I go back, not way back, but back a little ways. I just say this at the beginning of the show, that you don't know what we're about to get into.
No, I do not.
Well, that's exciting.
It is exciting.
I find that there's some writers who are machines, that they just go, okay, I'll see you later, and 5 minutes later they came back and the thing.
Yes.
So I don't have that gift myself, but I do have a little imagination exercise.
Okay.
A little exercise that I use to sort of help focus my imagination, and I would like to share that with you today.
Thank
Not
you.
that you need it.
Well, I do.
You're pretty
Thank
prolific.
you.
All right, and that brings us to what I asked you to bring with you today, which is a little key. Now, this is a key that you don't need, a key that you don't need to get back, that we can destroy.
Yes.
Now, hopefully we won't have to destroy that, but we're going to use it to help to illustrate how we can use it to focus our imaginations. And that is through our friend, the pendulum. Have you used a pendulum before?
No.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh, you're not sure.
Okay.
Well, you're not going to forget this time.
Okay.
I brought a special piece of yarn for you.
Thank you.
You could just tie it there on the little
I could
key.
try.
There. Oh yeah, it'll be easy breezy. Do you want to try it again just to be safe?
Yes.
Okay. This is like a demonstration. It may or may not work. And if it doesn't work, we're going to cut it out.
How will they know what you're talking about?
They won't.
Okay.
So basically, I hold the line with the bob attached to it. I just focus my imagination on the key, and I just imagine it starting to turn into a circle. Just a little circle down below, and you don't have to do anything yet. And then because it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And again, this isn't something that I'm consciously trying, to do. I'm not wobbling my hands around. And there's a bit of a breezy day, but again, it's hopefully the breeze isn't going to make it just go in a circle like that. And then when it gets as big as I think it can go, I'm imagining it slowing down, stopping, and turning in the opposite. You know what? And it happens so quickly. See, look at that, and it just does it. Again, it's not something I'm consciously doing, but I'm trying to focus my imagination on it. And then I say to myself, okay, when you're full of good ideas and you're ready to start, and you've got your imagination is focused, your concentration is pinpointed, then you can start to write, and the key will stop turning. And then it goes. And then I know I'm ready to get to work. Now we're going to try that with you to see if we can focus your imagination in that sort of way. So again, this is very exciting. Okay, why don't you just take a step closer?
Because you're left-handed?
I did.
Okay.
But you don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm right-handed.
Okay,
so I'm gonna do right.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. And just imagine in your imagination that energy traveling all the way from your mind, all the way to your shoulder, to your elbows, to your fingertips, and down that line right to that key. And that key is, again, it's already starting to happen, which is exciting. And now it's just going to move in a little circle. there it is. Oh, there it is. And it's going to get bigger and bigger. And again, you don't have to do anything. It'll just do it itself. It's the imagination that does it. It's great. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's terrific. Again, it's pretty. Now, again, you're not doing this consciously.
No.
You're not trying to jiggle it or make me look
No.
good. All right, but it's going. Now, here's the thing. This is really the real proof of the power of the imagination is when you have to, and again, in your mind you go, I want to change it in a different direction. It doesn't have to be in an opposite circle, but maybe it might be back and forth. It might be side to side, either or. Okay, and even then, it just immediately went from your mind to the key and went back and forth. Now let's see if we can make it go this way now. This would be amazing. Look at that. Again, like people are going to go, she's making it do that.
Yeah.
Again,
I
it's
am
not.
absolutely not making it do anything.
Okay.
It's very weird.
And that is beautiful. And so, and when you're ready to get to work, you ask the key to tell you when your imagination's ready to go.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Wow.
That's terrific. I just want to take this little exercise just to one more level, if we can. We'll just try it. Again, we'll just see. If you wanted to use one for this little experiment, which one would you like to try? Which one would you like to use? Again, it doesn't matter. You can use the one that, this is your pendulum now, or you can use this one, if it doesn't matter. You want to use this one? Okay, so if you can hold out, I think it's your, let's try your left hand, and then hold it, but hold it that way. Yeah. And then hold your fingers around that. That's great. Now you take my pendulum and hold it over top. We'll just bring that over that way. And again, let's just let that go a little while longer. Now, how does that key feel in your hand? Is it cool? And the one in your hand, is it cool? Is it warm? Is it just
kind of
neutral?
Neutral.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just imagine again. Let's get that imagination going. Now you've got my key, and now let's imagine that you're focusing your energy on that key. And let's just start again with a simple circle. If we can see if we can make that happen. There it goes. And it's great. It's just, you're just tuned in there right away. It's terrific. Okay, and let's just make it really bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And as it gets bigger, I want you to just be aware of any kind of sensations that you might feel down in your hand. It might just be, it might be a tingling, it might be a cooling, it might be a warming, it might be anything at all, a tickling, a sensation, it doesn't matter. And it should feel like a connection between your imagination, your hands, all the way down your arm to your hands, to the key, to that key in your hand. If you can imagine, okay, that's interesting that it just went back and forth. Now, was there anything that was different that happened to you for that moment?
I actually lost track.
Okay. Do you feel anything? Is there any sensations you have there now?
Not really.
Okay. All right. That's great. Now really focus that so that it just gets beaming, just like it just beams. It's as if it's focusing on one area on the key in your hand. It just, yeah, exactly. It's just like it's like a key laser that's lasering in there. Perfect. Okay, great. Excellent. Thanks. I'll take that back. Now this was just an experiment to see how far the imagination can go. When you were doing the pendulum work, you weren't, consciously trying to move it or anything like that. But the imagination is a powerful thing. Just turn your hands over, and one at a time, just open the fingers, just one at a time. And you want to hold that key out, take that key out, and look at the key.
Oh. Sorry. That is so weird.
It's a subtle thing, but it is weird.
Very weird. I didn't feel that happening.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
You got a powerful imagination. Join us next time for another episode of A Writer's Guide to Reading Minds.